Hello and welcome to Critical Questions, the antidote to lockdown boredom. I've trawled the internet for the best, worst, most interesting and ridiculous dumb questions I can find. And with any luck, my guests will be able to answer all of them. Today we have got with us Beth, Badger, Jeff,
oi oi,
MathPig, and Jen.
You know, Dave, I'm always expecting you to say, I've trolled the internet for the stupidest, dumbest, most ridiculous guess. And you always say questions. But I keep thinking every time I'm on here, you're going to say guess.
I'm very careful that I don't say that. And the worst thing is because I think about that.
I'm beginning to think it might be dark.
Dave.
Well, because it's one of those things. It's like the other time when I called you. I'm sitting all in my head. I'm going. I must not use this name. She doesn't like this name. I must not use this name. So what did I do? I turned to you and called you it. Because my brain is saying, "Don't say this. Don't say this. Don't say this."
What was that? Was that the wrong saying of her name?
Moving on.
It's kind of like when you're. It's kind of like when you're mad at work and you really want to. You try not to say fuck, but because you're thinking of it, you say fuck.
Yeah, very much so.
I get it.
Miss Amanda, in case anyone's wondering. That's.
I'm just a MathPig stand-in anyway, so.
I was wondering why you're.
Excuse me.
That's why I was here.
No, it's
the
my
last
job
choice?
now, so it's fine.
Aw, thanks, honey. You can take it.
What? Badger?
This stand-in idea. Is replacement better? You know, you're getting the words wrong. Improvement.
Oh, I will take that. Thank you.
I was gonna say, grab that shit.
He's so gonna throw me in the river.
Probably.
Right, first question.
They grab shit and throw it at each other.
They don't throw it at each other. They throw each other.
They don't?
No. Right, I already have to apologise for the first question, mostly to Jeff. Question 461. Would you trade your sibling for $1 million?
Which one? Do I get to pick one?
Oh, this is easy for Amanda.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like my sibling.
My brother that's second up from me, that's above Richard, I would trade him for $1 million in a second. No problem.
Would you trade all of them?
What happens to them if you trade them?
All of them? Oh, fuck. No.
If you trade them, they're sold into slavery, I think.
Oh, you have to trade all of them?
Oh, yeah.
No, just one.
Just the one, then. Yes, I'll trade him. It's fine. He needs to get a job anyways.
I'll get it out of the way now. Then, so Dave to kind of clarify something about this before we went on air. But reason no, and those I've got a half sister who I sort of reconnected with after not being, not seeing her for many years. But she's now terminally ill. So no, I would. In fact, if anything, I'd give $1 million. I'd give $1 million to keep her around for a few more years.
Aww.
So we'll sell one of Amanda's off.
We'll get I'll get the sad.
Sell them both off.
Just so
You
I
get
get
$2 million, Amanda.
Yep. I will share.
Do half siblings count, or do they only count for like 500,000?
No, half siblings count.
Oh, not sure the amount's quite high enough.
So how much would you sell yours off for?
Bit, I don't know. Let's just say 10 million and then fuck it.
As long as the number's higher, I'm willing to do it.
Yeah, what the hell?
That's fucked up.
I guess if you did something like if you sold them for $1 billion, you could spend a whole heap of money on purchasing a small guerrilla army to go in and rescue them.
Yeah, I could literally hire a mercenary to just go get them back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'll tell my brother. I'll come get you, and I'll just leave him out there. That's a good idea. He'll fall for it then.
I still wouldn't do it though. I wouldn't risk it. I like my siblings.
And since there's a possibility he's going to watch this, how much for Richard?
Oh. No, there's no price.
No price? No?
I would not ever...
Free for Richard?
I would...
Free! Give him away!
I would never... No, that's not what I meant. I would never, Damn it, Jen. No, I would never trade him for money. He's one of my best friends.
Beth, no, you have other ones. I was going to say you could have, one of mine to sell. But you have others too.
Oh, no, I have an asshole in the family. I'd sell him off. It's fine.
I haven't
assholes
spoken in my family. So.
See,
I got rid of this crazy
Does
man.
it have to be a blood sibling? Can it be a brother-in-law?
No.
I don't have a particularly close relationship with a lot of my family, but I'm still bartering.
Jones says, no, I'm better than they are. So he said, I have a sibling trade-off. Only one of the 4. Doc says, I trade my brother for a pack of smokes. MathPig says £3.50.
350.
350.
Why does my wrist hurt?
Because you wank too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not gonna discuss that. That's the TMI show.
That's probably it, actually.
Right.
Gotta stay away from
the other
that
arm,
bathroom
Badger.
sink.
The other arm. Sammy, £6.66. Carry the 3. I mean, no, I'm not going to go there. Right, next question. Question 462. I can't actually read that word. Bowerick Wowbagger spent his accidental immortality trying to insult everyone in the universe in alphabetical order. If you found yourself immortal, what fruitless tasks would you undertake?
All of them.
Are you doing the question clicky thing?
Yes.
Oh, there it goes.
I'd go pull bugs out of spider webs.
Because we're set to save the bugs?
Save the bugs out of the spider web. That's what I would do. That'd be fun.
It
Just
kills
'cause it's
spiders off.
fun.
Okay. So let's
See?
die. Fuck the bugs. And
It was the most ridiculous thing I could think of.
You have all the time and space.
So are you immortal in just that you will live for a very long time?
You're immortal
Or
and
you live,
You cannot
you live forever, you can't die.
can't die.
Yeah.
You can't die at all.
No.
Well, like, the trouble
So you
is...
fought like Wolverine.
You cannot die. The mechanism is not relevant.
Alright.
See, I'd like
So
to
if I
say...
get blown
I'd like
up, that's going to be messy.
Yeah.
I'd like to say something
You'd
positive,
be
like...
Jack Harkness in
Yes.
Torchwood.
You are a
So
fact.
I'd reconstitute myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll
See,
try
I'd like to say something positive, like sort fucking climate change out or something like that. But
that's not
I just-
fruitless, fucker.
no,
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't say that one. It's not
Amanda,
fruitless.
yeah, but
You could sit there and individually
I
take
like-
carbon atoms out of the atmosphere.
By the time
One at a time.
By the time I'm actually able to do any fucking thing about it, it will be a fruitless task because I would have fucked it all by then.
No, I feel it's fruitless sometimes. I mean, I know it's not, but it's frustrating. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, you know.
I mean, Sammy points out, if you're immortal, wouldn't all tasks become fruitless?
To yourself, maybe, but you're to your greater surroundings, people around you, the planet. No.
Right.
Dedicate
I
a
agree,
couple
man.
hundred years teaching science to creationists.
That's not enough.
That is fruitless.
It is fruitless and it is eternal.
Yeah, but it's fruitless. You said what fruitless thing would you do? That's
very true.
Okay.
Doc says picking all the fruit in the world. Badger.
How is that fruitless?
I was about to say I'd like to say that I'll do something useful, but actually no, I wouldn't, and I wouldn't like to say that either. What I would probably do is dedicate a few hundred years to restoring Star Wars, and then
Yeah, you're right. That's not useful. That's not
then
useful.
probably just go around reenacting Highlander for a couple of thousand years.
Yeah, I was. Damn it, Badger! Badger, you stole my fucking thunder there.
I mean, given that you've got time travel, you could choose to play every role in Star Wars.
I've got time travel as well.
Well, otherwise you couldn't go and.
Oh,
If there was time travel, he would go back and stop.
Do none of you read
What do you
Hitchhikers?
do after fucking time
Goddamn
travel?
question, Dave.
You've got to have time travel to do these fruitless things.
Well, no. Well, no. The question
immortal.
was that you're immortal. When did you bring time travel into the equation?
that's
Yeah.
a whole different ball of wax.
Did you not know who Wowbagger is?
That I do not remember. That.
Never heard of the name.
I do not remember that being his name in the book.
You have effective time travel. He's like
No, I don't remember that being his name.
it's like it was. It's like a bit like the Inquisitor from Red
You're going
Dwarf.
with Red Dwarf, aren't you?
Yeah.
From Red Dwarf.
He got outsmarted by Lister, for fuck's sake. That's not
Yes.
a good example.
With a backfiring gauntlet.
By the cat.
Okay, so we get time travel as well.
Yes. It's not really meaningful apart from the ability to do the tasks.
According to Hitchhiker's Guide Wiki, that is his name.
Yes.
I do not remember that being his name at all.
I don't remember his first name. I cut and pasted his first name. I knew his surname.
I would, if there's time travel involved, and this might not be necessarily fruitless, I would go back and re-screw my hot ex over and over again, like 500 times, and then I'd move on.
Then you move on.
That's what I do.
That's a fruitless
I miss
task.
her.
It's a fruitless
I miss
task.
her. Only to everybody else would be fruitless to me.
Well, I'll tell you, if I'm going to be doing a fruitless task forever, I'll just spend forever on fucking Tinder trying to get a date. That is a fucking fruitless task.
I'm probably just going.
Try Grinder.
Same.
Grinder's more
Try
effective.
I'd go back in time
Actually,
and convince Nostradamus
do you know-
to write
you know what?
prophecies accurate prophecies about Donald Trump.
I might.
Wonderful.
I'd almost do the Grinder thing
Nice,
just
Shan.
because I believe sooner or later, and I have this belief that if I was to go through Grinder long enough, I would come across Matt Powell. I have that belief that I have this just gut feeling that he is on Grinder. I don't know why.
I think you'd do quite well on Grinder.
There is.
That's just going to annoy him doing well on Grinder.
Yeah, that's kind of the whole point. Me not really being interested in guys is the problem there.
Yeah, but I still think you do quite well on Grinder.
Just get date after date after date after date.
Yeah.
Badger just wants you to be on Grinder so he can swipe left.
If I come across a picture of a badger on there, be like, no.
I don't actually know how Grinder works, but I think you do quite well on it.
But I do have this theory: if you go on there and swipe long enough, you will come across Matt Powell on there.
I think you're probably right.
Yes, I think so. Manda.
Thank you, Dave. Well, I would, since I can time travel, I would, get George R.R. Martin to finish the fucking books, and I would go back and start at season 5 and redo all of them, do it to season 10 like George R.R. Martin wanted to do in the first place, and fix that shit. That's what I would do. Fruitless, yes, but worth it.
You wouldn't have got. Yeah.
How is that fruitless? You produce something at the end of it.
Okay, well, yeah, but I mean, it's a fucking TV show. Who cares?
Lots
You
of
two
people
my
care.
answer. I was going to produce something at the end of it.
Are we only supposed to be coming up with ideas that have no purpose whatsoever?
Yeah, they have to be fruitless,
Badger wants to fix Star Wars.
which is a problem.
Yes, so
But-
I mean, in the end, it doesn't fucking matter. Not like if you were, taking carbon atoms out of the atmosphere, like you said, Dave, or something.
One at
like
a time.
that. Yeah, but that's still not fruitless. You're still working towards something that.
How
that
many carbon atoms are we putting into the atmosphere right now?
Oh,
If I was to start taking them out one at a time, I reckon it'd be fruitless.
But it still it still equates to something in the end, regardless of how minuscule it is. A TV show does fucking nothing. So that's all I'm
You're
saying.
breathing out more than you'd pull out.
I think I'm just going to go around. If it's got to be completely
Stand by my
pointless,
point.
I'd just go around cleaning everyone's laptop screens.
That sounds kind of
People
gross,
would
actually.
think their laptop was broken.
Well, whilst you're there, could you cover Ryan Johnson's with Corona?
Who's Ryan Johnson?
He's the guy who directed that film that they slapped a Star Wars label on.
And while you're there, you might as well go ahead and throw some of the COVID on Trump's little BlackBerry phone he keeps tweeting from. He'd be sure to get it.
First of all, Ryan Johnson's young enough that he'll be fine. So it wouldn't do shit. Second of all, go after Trump.
After Trump.
Trump
I
and
think
Canada.
I'm just going to slap Ryan. That'll be my task.
You see, I tell you, I've got a task. I've just worked out what I want my task to be.
Okay,
But-
go.
I
Go,
am
Dave.
going to remove Trump's hairs one by one. Every couple of hours. I'm just going to appear, take a hair, disappear.
Sounds like a plan.
So I guess if we could time travel, we could go into the future, get some kind of device that would make us invisible, and then we could do whatever you could do whatever you wanted to.
I think I'm just going to repeatedly kick everyone involved in the writing of certain
Here we go.
films in the balls.
That's a fruitless task. It's fun
Forever.
forever.
It's fun, but it's fruitless.
There's a few thousand people, but they can.
No, not everyone involved in making them, because a lot of the visual effects people and costume people and everyone did really good work.
A lot of the actors were actually pretty good. It was
The
the writing
actors
of
were
it.
fine.
Yeah.
They were just reading the lines they were given. The people who wrote those lines, on the other hand, I'm going to kick in the balls for eternity.
And
it.
the idiot who directed.
And the idiot direct. Jones says, talking about Trump, I'd teach him science. The perfect fruitless task. God says you can't be
Fact.
talking about superpowers again. We're not talking about superpowers. We're talking about immortality. It's not a superpower.
Kinda is, though.
What have I missed? Intellectual Iconoclasm says, resolve the mythicist historicist.
Historicity.
Well, that's what I would have said, but that's not what he's written.
Oh.
Historicist. Okay. Resolve the mythicist historicist debate. And then he says, troll the doctor endlessly. And then he says that BadTemperedBadger, now you must create a Grindr account with this avatar.
Yep.
Sammy says, watch critical quiz streams endlessly.
Can you make a Grindr account that isn't on your phone?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I know what I'm going to do now.
Why don't you
I'm
get
gonna
yourself
go-
a burner?
I'm going to go back in time and troll a certain Jew so that he thinks he sees a vision on the road to Damascus.
He wasn't a Jew, he was a Roman.
He's a Roman? Was Saul a Roman?
Yeah,
Was he?
I thought so.
He wa-
I could be wrong.
No.
I've got it. I know what I'll do. I will go back.
Well, you know
in
who
time.
we're going to troll.
Yes.
I will go back in time. I will take all of the tea out of the harbour. I will make them drink it.
What the fuck, Badger?
Basically, what you see, it's all the spin on this. You're not getting the PR right. What he's offering to do is to make tea for the entire of Boston.
You know that is not his intention. That you fucking know that.
This is what PR means.
Dave, I'm going to hire you as the spin man.
You understand, Badger? You and I are no longer friends now.
You're aware that had you not done this sort of petty, fucking, childish bullshit, we would still be ruled by England, and you wouldn't have an orange-haired fucking muppet.
What?
Okay.
By the way,
Wait. In all honesty, we were kind of the bad guy because
thank
the
you, Kaz. By the way, I was going to say that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
we
was
were both
because-
right, Dave.
England spent all that money fighting with us against, with or against whatever the fuck, the one before, with France. And you guys just asked for taxes to pay for that because you fucking paid for it. You should have given us representation, yes. But we weren't exactly the good guy when it all started, so.
Manda, can I just say that? Looking at the state of your country right now,
No,
do you actually
no,
think you're?
We are
Do
still
you
fucking...
think you are ready for independence in Britain yet? I don't think you are.
I mean, you're not like Goody Two Shoes Australia.
I do not give a shit about the
They're civilized enough to that they can be, have independence. I'm not so sure about America.
I don't really give a shit about the geopolitical situation at the time. I'm kind of in support of America just going, yeah, fuck you, we ain't paying your taxes. However, do not fucking waste the tea.
Okay. That's like your only fucking reason for this shit.
Perfectly good fucking tea you wasted.
I'm fine with you just to go in the independence and look where it got you, but that's another topic. But
God fucking damn all of you. Okay.
Right, how exactly did we get? How exactly?
Well, Manda.
I
exactly-
entirely understand the reasoning behind not wanting to pay the taxes and then telling the Brits to fuck off and we want to do our own shit. But just fucking.
I think
say
Manda and I need to get out of
me.
this stream because we feel attacked right now. I'm just saying.
How exactly did we get from a perfectly innocent immortality question?
Because you let Badger in
I-
the stream. This is what happens.
I've got another idea, Dave. I'd take a megaphone back to 1963, stand on the grassy knoll and shout duck.
They
and
wouldn't
then
listen.
Duck Duck Goose. Oh no.
The problem I think we're having here is we're ignoring the immortality part because now we know
You are.
there's time travel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
You added that caveat, Dave. So it was like, yeah.
Completely forgot the question. But
So
What
we're
was
just
the
gonna
question? No, I'm kidding.
We're going to come up with an infinite number of small petty tasks.
Yes. All that have a point, I would say, that are not fruitless.
Oh, come on, they're fruitless.
They're
What are
not.
we
You
gonna
stand
do?
on the grassy knoll and shout duck, you save a life.
Yeah, but what does it do?
Possibly. We
Do
don't
you
know.
actually save a life though, or do you just get to run off with your troll face like?
No, it just would have been delayed. They would have got him later. It doesn't matter.
It was going later.
Dave,
Right.
The them, the them that conspiracy theorists always talk about.
Well,
This-
usually when something like that happens, it's not the one guy. There's somebody else behind it. So I'm assuming there's a them.
What about a fruit? I mean, the
That's what
fruitless.
you go back in time and you start the them.
Wait, do you
get a whole heap of people together and you create this organization that just makes people believe there's an organization.
That's not fruit. That's not.
You mean you just start the Illuminati?
Yeah.
Yes, Manda. Yes,
But that's
Manda.
not fruit. That's not
go
fruitless if you're
back?
attempting
Wait. Shut the fuck up, everybody. Let a man speak for once. God damn it.
Yes, Mom.
Thank you. If
Manda?
you go back, I'm not saying I subscribe to any conspiracy theory surrounding Kennedy. I'm just saying go back and look at when Johnson was sworn in right after Kennedy got his fucking head blown off. The smile on his goddamn face standing next to fucking Jackie is gross as fuck.
She doesn't subscribe to any conspiracy theories.
She's right. I actually
don't.
forgot about that.
Any
That's just
conspiracy
fucking wrong.
theories.
I've just remembered, Dave, that conspiracy theories is one of the things that I forgot to put on our chat list.
Excellent.
Is it like a book now?
I subscribe to the Red Dwarf theory of the Kennedy assassination. Just by the way.
Yes, Kennedy
He
shot himself.
assassinated himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, I think we should move on.
I definitely think we should move on.
We can always come back to this with our time machine.
Oh, God. Right.
I will infinitely come back to this question and update you on what I've been doing.
The fruitless
Question-
task will be with critical question. Question number 1,003,000.
I wonder if we will remember this episode if we get to a question 1 million.
Actually, that would be one cool thing would be to watch all of these that Dave has ever made and then come back and appear on them and answer the questions out of order for him.
You just want to screw with me. Right.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, you're going to ask this question. Here's my answer.
So, yeah.
I've got it.
Oh.
I would memorize every holy book ever written and then set myself on fire so that I can say that I've burnt them all.
That's pretty good.
Oh,
Right.
Badger. What are we going to do with you?
Technically, you could go back in time and set yourself up as a god.
No.
You would basically be a god.
Not exactly.
I was gonna say.
Not
That seems
exactly.
like
again-
a word, though.
It could...
Amanda's just
Right.
shaking her head.
Next question.
Fuck no.
I mean, the next question is a nice, easy one. So, question 463. What do you think the fourth law of robotics should be? And I also object to this question because technically it'd be the fifth.
All right, peace out, guys. No.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
What?
I
Say again?
have to know what the first four were, like, or the first few were to be, to actually answer this.
Let me
Anyone?
just check what the other ones are and make sure I've got it right.
Can I invoke?
Interface.
Can I invoke Space Corps Directive 34124?
No.
No offers.
Fucking nerd, Jeff.
Yeah, well, this should what Manda. This is what it should be. Fourth floor robotics should be Space Corps Directive 34124. No officer with false teeth should attempt oral sex in zero gravity.
And why? Why do they have that rule? It's not a good rule. He can take his teeth out.
I've got
Well, I think that's
yeah.
the point, that these teeth floating around.
I've got the rules.
That's dangerous.
I've got the
Sharp.
first three
Yeah.
here as they are originally written.
Go on then, and then you got to add the zero.
First law: a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. Second law: a robot must obey the orders given by human beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law. Third law: a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws.
And zero.
That's the first one again.
No, zero is humanity.
Fifth law.
Oh,
I
yeah.
need fifth
Humanity.
law. Fifth law. I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Fifth law: Disney is non-canon.
Oh God, here we go again.
What about just interacting with animals? I mean, you talk about with humans.
So they may not harm animals?
Yeah, I believe unless it conflicts with the first law. I mean, I would rather it be flipped and be animals first than humans, because fuck humans. But yeah, there will be interactions between robots and animals. At some point.
I suggest that you don't include fuck humans in the rule. Whichever way they're going to interpret it, it's probably not going to end well.
Yeah, I'm happy with that rule, Badger. Fifth rule, Ryan Johnson says is exempt from the first and second law.
Exemption. Yeah. The fifth rule is a list of exemptions.
Again, I'm going to invoke Red Dwarf again, and fifth law, this law of robotics should be: thou shalt not cook humans' food using a groin attachment.
Yeah. See, I never really saw an issue with that myself, but
because they didn't have a groin.
People were not into having their tea stirred with a groin attachment.
Groin attachment.
Yes.
Yes.
Americans realize that we don't have Red Dwarf in America, so
yeah, so I can plug a number of attachments into my groinal socket, allowing me to perform virtually any household task imaginable.
I thought Red Dwarf had a following in America, actually, but
unless they get like the channel that gets to all the British TV shows, it's not on any of our shit. It's not on Netflix or Hulu or anything. Amazon.
PBS?
And the worst thing is, they have their own really shit version of Red Dwarf.
It's bad enough, but I've never fucking heard of it, so.
Me either.
See? Beth knows. I don't know what the fuck you're talking
I know.
about. Every time
I know. I'm just saying.
You British people bring up fucking Red Dwarf 3 times a day, at least. And, like, none of us know what the fuck you're talking about, ever.
It is not possible to make an American version of Red Dwarf.
No.
It's not good, I'll watch it, but Jesus Christ.
What a bunch of smegheads.
I'm so confused. Oh, what the hell is going on in the chat? Right. Intellectual Iconoclasm says, a robot must endeavour to provide reasonable courtesy and encourage such. After responsibility is exceeded, them turn into a British/Southern biting and skewering reposts. I do not understand that sentence.
What?
I don't either.
That was very long, and I have ADD, and you lost me halfway.
Yeah, I know, just me.
Yeah, it sounded good. Till the end.
Drainbeck says, see, this is why there's only 10 questions a show. IQ...
Far too many syllables into intellectual iconoclasms.
I know! I could start calling him II, and we call IQ IQ. IQ says, masochistic people at sex robot brothels are going to have a really hard time, aren't they?
Let me try reading it.
Go on then.
A robot must endeavour to provide reasonable courtesy and encourage such. After reasonability is exceeded...
That's where I lost it.
Yeah, okay, I see your problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also
like,
says...
Never mind, no I don't.
Never mind. Says, politely eviscerate the entitled around you.
Yeah, I should have fucking read the rest of that before I tried reading it.
So do we have any basic...
find everything absolutely boring and complain about it consistently.
The size of a small planet.
Yeah. Here I am, the brain the size of a planet, and they asked me to pick up a paper. Oh, the monotony.
Oh, the monotony.
So basically, no one has any really good ideas.
Nah.
They're all just taking the piss.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Next question.
I'm confused.
Robots must wear cool sunglasses.
Ah, robots must wear lingerie.
What the fuck, Dave?
Why?
Only a guy.
Can you
Only
imagine
a guy.
Crichton? Can you imagine Crichton in a sexy teddy?
No. Okay, but wait.
Hold on, I'm trying to sell Americans on Red Dwarf, not put them off.
Are we talking about, robots that look like humans, or are we talking about, like,
You see,
robots.
he does not look human.
Vaguely human shaped.
I like this data in lingerie.
Did you see Data in lingerie?
C3PO in lingerie.
Oh, fuck C3PO.
Exactly! That's the spirit!
He has a groinal
No,
attachment, man.
no, don't do it, Amanda. Don't do it. Did you say he's got a grinder attachment? Oh,
He might use it for grinding. I don't know.
Lisa fake Manta rage quits.
You're not helping, Jeff.
I think your Jar Jar is better than Chris's.
Chris's is better, I think. Actually.
No, I think yours is
No,
better.
yours is better.
I think you've got more enthusiasm is the issue. It's right. What we got here? Meep says,
I don't know.
"Shush! Stop picking on robots, you lot. Thou shall not cyber convert
They
humans."
haven't
Oh,
any emotion.
you like that? Thou shall not cyber convert humans. I like that. Oh no, we lost Manda.
Oh no, have I killed it? I've got rid of it.
Did you get rid of Manda?
See?
Manda, I'm sorry.
See,
Manda,
Jeff.
I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Jeff.
Oh god,
Damn
I'm
it.
going to apologise to Amanda. I'm so sorry.
You get rid of the only other American on here. I am singled out now. Damn it.
Let's all tell you about Red Dwarf.
No. Right, I gotta catch back up.
Moving on.
IQ said we could stop robot bigotry off before it starts. A robot must focus on the job, respect their duties and the responsibility of other robots. That's not how a slave race starts. II says, Law 4. I can't call him II. It just sounds like I'm agreeing. Law 4. The great programmer endowed you with morality simulators, and his code is written on your CPU. Hear and obey. That feels very religion-y.
I'm going to bed.
Right. We're not going there. That's a whole different topic.
Who's going to bed?
No one. Is Manda coming back?
Huh?
I don't know.
I don't
Send her a
know.
message.
So I am chatting with her. I was just like, apologising. So
Is she coming back? I can't ask the next question without her.
Oh, that.
What?
Is that nice or bad or what?
It was
So
written.
somebody tell a joke.
It was
Quick.
written explicitly for her. So
You could
I
skip
have
it
to.
and come back.
I was
Change the
gonna.
numbers.
I was just gonna change the numbers now. With that, 2 seconds.
She's okay.
she is coming back in a sec. So
She is.
It's okay. She's not as pissed off with me as I thought she was. So
Hey, stop breaking everything.
Stop breaking everything.
Bad Jeff.
See, I'm not even sure I should ask the next fucking question with Badger here.
Oh no.
We'll go.
It's a Star Wars one.
No, it's got fuck all to do with Star Wars, and if we could not mention Star Wars at all throughout it, it would be awesome.
Yeah, that's probably not going to happen though, is it?
Shall we try? Shall we see where we go?
Let's try. Let's fucking see.
Come
Question
on, you guys can do
400.
it. I have faith in you.
Question 464. If you had to make out with a Disney character, which and why?
Oh God, no, God. Without mentioning a certain franchise in Disney.
No, you can mention it. I mean, they're
Just no
Disney
tirades
characters now.
about it.
I mean, he doesn't think they're Disney characters anyway, so it's relatively okay.
No, I think that Disney characters.
Well,
I
actually,
think they're Star
hold
Wars
on.
characters.
There's some pretty sexy girls in Marvel. You know, it's worth. Yeah, Black Widow, I suppose. You know, do you think about that?
You're gonna go Black Widow.
Black Cat, old Black Cat. You know.
So Black Cat or Black Widow. So Jeff has
Oh,
jungle
well.
fever, or
Yeah, something like that. You know, I mean, I'm just.
See, Meep says Jessica
Dana would be
Rabbit.
cool to hang out with.
Who?
It's Jessica Rabbit.
Dana.
Hold on,
Who?
is Jessica Rabbit actually a Disney character though?
Imagine
Well, I've-
going on a date with Professor Hulk. I'm not going to imagine what happens after the date because that could be incredibly painful. But going on a date with him is cool.
Linda says Maleficent.
Stole my answer.
Well, you should have spoken up sooner.
I've been mulling this through my mind.
So you think Maleficent is nicer than Leia?
I don't think Leia's a Disney character.
See, I told you.
Officially, she is.
Yeah, well, officially Disney.
she is.
Yeah, well, officially Disney can go fuck itself.
Well, you can just pretend it's a different layer to the original layer.
I have
Even though
to,
it's the same-
otherwise it makes no sense.
Right, you're not helping keeping him off Disney.
Well, you brought Disney into the whole question's about Disney, Dave. For fuck's sake.
right? I was gonna say.
Mulan would be cool as well, and she was a lesbian, so that's even cooler.
Who?
Wait a minute, who?
Mulan.
Mulan.
Oh, Mulan.
The Disney princess isn't a lesbian, but the original historical character.
They can't make.
Louder.
They can't
Oh,
even make Disney
nice.
films anymore.
So,
I had no
is
idea.
it- a threesome's allowed in this scenario, Dave.
Yes, threesomes are allowed in this scenario.
You know.
Oh my
See,
god! Here we
Hi,
go.
Amanda.
So I could do
So
like
I'll
Milan.
go with
and
Mulan.
You're going with Mulan.
I'm going with Mulan.
Intellectual iconoclasm says Deadpool.
Actually, look, I've got
Disney.
I've got Negasonic Teenage Warhead on my wall there, so I wouldn't
Okay,
say no.
here's what I'm going to come up with. I'm going to say that I'm only going to count characters from Disney films rather than things
Well,
they've bought.
I would have preferred that.
So people know.
So-
Well, I picked that.
If I've got to go with a character from a Disney film, I'm going to go with Maleficent.
The Big Zebra says Jessica Rabbit in the library with a strap on.
Yeah,
Is Jessica Rabbit Disney?
Well, this is what no
That
one
escalated
knows.
quickly.
No.
I'm not sure.
No.
I'm not sure it is.
Well, it might be, because wasn't it a Fox production? So,
I think for the sake of argument, we should only include Disney characters, like ones from Disney's own creations, rather than things they've bought from other people. And
Yeah,
I'm
but,
aware
no,
that
Disney-
bases
Disney,
all their stories on other people's stories, but fuck it, I've
It
got
is.
to come up with
Disney.
something.
It's Touchstone. It's Touchstone. It's Disney.
yeah.
So yes. So yes, they can have Jessica Rabbit.
Nothing
Amanda.
they've bought from other people.
So I would have to go with Steve after he turns in the New Beauty and the Beast, only because it's Dan Stevens, who is Matthew on Downton Abbey, who I love. Roundabout reason, but there it is.
I missed it.
What?
Who? Because I couldn't hear it, Amanda.
The Beast, but after he turns back into his prince form, in the live action one, he's
The
played by
live
Dan
action.
Stevens, who is Matthew from Downton Abbey.
Sorry, do we say characters that Disney created themselves is the
Yeah, they didn't
No.
create any characters themselves.
parameters for this? Because I think you're kind of screwed. Because you're basically, quite frankly, then you're limited to like Mickey Mouse, Pluto, Minnie Mouse, or whatever.
How
You
about-
know?
Oh, you think they didn't rip them off?
How about things from
Exactly, yeah, and I said that's being dubious there.
Right, hang on. How about characters from Disney films that are Disney's core properties, not stuff they've bought?
Yeah.
So you can't have Mary Poppins.
I think we have good answers. We've only got Beth.
So you had to have these caveats on here because stuff like Beauty and the Beast is like a fairy tale. So you know.
Because you got to have these caveats because Disney's just fucking bought everything and ruined
Yes.
it.
But it, yeah, I guess it's true.
But they didn't have to
I
buy
don't
the
know.
fairy tales.
I don't know crap about Disney characters, so I was looking up online to see if there was any that was non-cartoon that was hot. But I don't have that kind of time right now.
Maleficent's played by Angelina Jolie.
Oh no, I knew that one, and I would tear her up. But anyways, I was trying to find a different one. So were any of the was X-Men Disney at all?
We're not counting.
Yes,
Well,
but-
only technically, if you consider the comics, because it's owned, because Marvel is owned by Disney, you could on that basis, yes.
Nothing that Disney's bought and ruined.
Yeah.
So wasn't it?
I set the
Storm
rules.
that Halle Berry played?
Badger,
Because
that
I would,
does not-
I would tear Halle Berry up too. She's
yeah, 'cause
hot.
Badger. Here's the problem with that. As we said
She
earlier,
was hot as
is
Storm.
there anything Disney have done that is original? Like most of their fairy tale things are
Yeah,
not
well,
something they've created themselves.
They didn't buy the fairy tales, they stole them, so they count.
So they count. Right. I gotta do some answers, then we can move on. We did Maleficence from Linda. Let's grab it. Right. Sammy Jenkins says Minnie Mouse, Daisy Duck, Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Morton says Mrs. Potts because she'd be freaky. MathPig says MathPig is a Disney character for the purposes of this question. Anyone want to make out with Disney MathPig?
Hell no.
I looked right at Amanda.
Amanda, come on.
Kind of fucked up for you to ask, Dave, when I'm saying right
But he's
here.
the one that's saying he's Disney. He's making himself available to
Well, that's
everyone.
true. What the fuck?
Yeah.
All of you, including you, Math Pig. What the fuck?
MathPig, if you
Yeah, he's kind of.
MathPig, if you sell yourself to Disney, you're dumped. I think.
It's just-
What said here.
Intellectual Icon Customer says, oh, Sorcerer's Apprentice from the live action. Jones says, I'd make out with Goofy for the simple reason he's got a great smile and I think he's a wonderful father.
Aww.
Is he
And
though,
a big
really?
tongue.
Is he though, really? You want to discuss the parental merits of Goofy?
All I could
Hold
think
up.
was the tongue when he said that.
How about
Cold nose as well.
I'll give you an answer. How about Yuri from Tron?
No.
I have no idea who that is.
What's
Okay,
it-
sure.
Tron is a Disney movie.
I think I might go with Gaston.
From Ratatouille.
There we go.
Beauty and Beasts.
Oh!
From Ratatouille.
Sad thing is that I think we've given a lot of ammo to this fan fiction. Coming our way here.
This is what you
Shut
do.
up,
You
he's
need...
a cat.
I think I'm gonna go with Gaston, but I don't think he's got the looks, but I don't think he's really got the personality. So, you know, I'd go with Gaston for like a one night thing, and then I wouldn't call him.
Man, that poor Gaston.
Right. I think
Fuck
we will go.
Gaston. Jesus.
I think we've slaughtered that one, Dave. Move on.
I think we have. I think I might have regretted that one. I can't
Okay.
breathe. I got to tell a story later. Right. Question 465. What piercings have you had, and do you want to get any?
I've never had piercings. Tattoos I'm fine with.
You'd never get a piercing?
Only my ears.
I'm not really into. I'm fine with tattoos. I'm not interested in getting piercings. But that being said, I've only ever had one tattoo because I want to be absolutely sure about what I'm getting before I actually get it.
You think you're committed to the tattoo you've got?
Here's the thing, right? Okay, now the one tattoo I have, which I don't know if you can put it full screen or not. I don't know, Dave, but
Can't.
you can't. I've got a.
It's-
It doesn't really show very well, but that's a Norse pagan thing, that Thor's hammer that I have. But I know that's not what I believe in anymore. I still sort of like I keep it because that was a part of my life, and I cannot just pretend that didn't exist. So I'm happy to keep it. But
It looks cool.
I mean, okay, but still, even with similar things, it's like, you know, like people that like, it's like one of the things that irritates me is like I know loads of people who've got like football crest tattoo, literally like the crest of their football club tattooed on them. Yes, I'm probably always going to support Southampton Football Club. I'm not getting their fucking crest tattooed on me. You know.
Agreed. I think it's ridiculous when people do that.
Manda.
Okay. Did you like do this because of me, Dave?
Yes.
Okay. Well, so I know I'm covered with tattoos. The piercings that I've had, never on my face, just my tongue, a bunch in my ear.
She's like, I'm not talking about that one. We're moving on.
I mean, I had a friend that was, I mean, I had piercings when I was younger, and I kind of got rid of most of them, but then I had a friend a few years ago that was a piercer, and we would just be hanging out. He's like, what do we pierce today? So I had like a few dermals, okay, a lot more. That's all.
Right. Another one.
Where didn't you have pierced?
What?
Where didn't you have pierced? Everywhere.
I never got my down there pierced. I was asked a few times to do it and never did that. So.
No, I couldn't.
But otherwise, I've had a few
I'm not
piercings.
messing with that.
To be fair, I'd never get a Prince Albert either, man. Just so you know.
Yeah, that's good. I'm good with that. So. Anyway, go hide now.
The second part of the question.
Sorry?
Do you want to get any more? No?
Well, I mean, I'd like to do my tongue again just because I miss it. But I'm probably too old for that. The whole thing, like, when you have nipple piercings and long hair, and you get out of the shower and comb up your hair, you catch the piercings, and it's annoying as fuck. So
I think I may have told this story already on one of these streams, but actually kissed a girl with a piercing, and I'm not talking about like a stud through the tongue. I'm talking about a full-on fucking spike. It was not fun. It was not fun at all.
Yes, that story is what led to this question.
There we go then.
Alright.
yeah, I think so, because then I mentioned that.
Hashtag blame Scummer.
Yeah.
Say again, Badger?
I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't.
Do you have any
Anyway.
piercings? What?
Anyone else got piercings?
Badger?
Did you not just hear my whole fucking story, Badger? Come
I
on.
heard it. I'm just checking that I haven't missed anyone before I start waffling again.
Go on.
No, I've never had any piercings apart from when I've fucked up sewing.
I've seen some quite erotic piercings with sewing.
I have had. I did have a temporary finger piercing while trying to sew a button back onto a shirt, and I went like right through the side of my finger.
Ow.
So
Yes.
technically, I was wearing a shirt as a finger piercing.
Are you going to intentionally get any piercings?
No.
Never.
I'm
Badger, you
gonna
must
say
have.
definitely never, but I could see no reason why I would want to.
Badger, I have a theory though that you do have a piercing, that you have a nail sort of put through your cheek, which kind of keeps that cigar stuck to your mouth at all times.
A cigar piercing.
Cigar piercing.
No, a cigar holder piercing, if you will.
And the cigar goes through the side of his cheek so he can still use his mouth to talk.
Yeah, pretty much.
I went to college with a guy who had those like big rings in the side of his face.
Yeah.
I kept asking about how do you drink without just spraying everyone?
Hmm.
I never got a satisfactory answer, but I did get wet.
Jen.
Just my ears.
Just your ears. Any more?
No. I actually need to have them done again
Wait.
because
Am I the only one here that actually has like Jesus fucking Christ?
No, I do. I'm just waiting.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's hear it. I don't
Oh,
feel
okay.
so alone here.
So I have a eyebrow piercing, and I have the top of my ear done on my left side, and I need to redo my regular piercing on my right, so I'm going to put in like doubles on this side. And I had for my birthday when I was 32, my ex took me to a shop and paid to have my left nipple done, and the girl that did it was like 10 years old and had no clue, and it was so painful. And I kept it for a while because it was so painful, but I really hated it because it would just stick out. You know, like I'd be walking around and there was just like this ring sticking off of my nipple constantly, and it caught on things like ladders when painting. So I kept it for a while, but then I got rid of it. I would never do that again. It's just in the way.
So is there any others that you would get again other than the ears?
No. I'm not interested in anything else except for adding to my ears. Too old for that shit, Dave. I'm almost 50. You don't go running around and put piercings on you when you're 50 unless you are covered in tattoos and don't want a real job.
No, you don't look at the pixelated.
I'm covered in tattoos and I have a real job. I'd just like to say that. So.
Oh, no. I didn't say anything about tattoos. I have tattoos all over me. Piercings all over your face is a whole different ball of wax. I'm talking about people like have tattoos up their necks and all over their face and
Get Darth Maul tattooed on your face.
why?
No.
Like his fucking makeup.
Get his spikes. The makeup I was talking about, but you get his spikes too.
That would hurt though. Like you would have to
That would
tattoo
hurt
your
like
entire
fucking
face.
hell.
And it doesn't normally bother me. I could sit and get tattooed for hours, but my face, fuck that.
Well, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not,
different.
I'm not enough of a masochist to have that done.
I fall asleep during tattoos. The sound of the gun, and that you're sitting there for so long, I'll just start nodding off.
Are you
I
allowed to
think
fall
I'm
asleep?
passing out. Are you okay?
Yeah, it
I'm
doesn't
taking a
bother
nap.
me, but then you have these like big dudes that get in there and fucking weep like children.
Well, the
Like,
female,
that really
the
doesn't
female
bug me
body
at
is
all.
meant to take
See,
more
I had-
pain.
when I
Female
had the
body's
one-
meant to take more pain than.
When I had the one done that I was told, people were telling me, oh, it's going to be so painful, whatever. It wasn't that bad to me. It really wasn't. But I got a friend who had like a proper old school hand poked one, you know, with the needles where they're just sort of tapping it into you. So sounded interesting.
It's like those tribal tattoos.
I like how no one in the chat has offered up whether or not they've got piercings.
I've considered having tattoos, but
Oh no, someone did.
There's nothing that there's nothing that I feel strongly enough about, I think, to want permanently drawn on my body.
No.
I have my son's
Not even
name here.
not even leave me the fuck alone.
No, because that draws attention to you then.
It does. So fuck off on the forehead.
Yeah, it's true.
But I
have
would
several
like,
tattoos.
I would like to see someone with badger markings tattooed on their face. That would be fun.
I'd get.
It's not you.
I'd consider getting.
Someone else.
Get that done.
Yeah.
I would consider getting, and I have completely forgotten the species. Damn it.
Badgers.
No, I'm thinking. What is Jadzia Dax? What is Jadzia's Dax? Trill.
Up your neck.
I'd consider getting Trill dots.
What?
Trill dots from Star Trek.
Such a
So you
fucking
can pretend you're a
nerd,
troll.
dude.
They go all the way down.
All the way down your body, though.
It's better than doing Darth Maul.
Yes.
Would you get them all the way down your body though?
I'd have to, wouldn't I?
Because I've seen a lot of Rule 34 and they go all the way down.
Exactly. They have to. Otherwise, it's not the point.
I tried to stick to Rule 34 things featuring Worf, though, because they have such a nice relationship.
Oh, I've seen why I missed things. Wait there. Okay.
Just so you know, Amanda, I have top sleeves on the outside of both my arms. I have a large tattoo on the outside of my leg. I have a Gemini symbol that matches my daughter's. She wanted it for her 18th birthday, so we got matching tattoos. I got one on the back of my neck, so I have quite a few.
We'll be sharing later, so.
We will be sharing
Okay.
later.
Yeah, we'll share later. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Right, and this is the thing. Morton says none and no. Joan says ears and nose. The one I'd like, I don't dare take. Don't know what that is. I've got a double PA. What's a PA?
It's
Prince Albert?
Oh, what the fuck?
Nips, tongue, septum, industrial in each side, and my septum. Fucking hell.
How do you afford having two personal
Ow.
assistants?
I mean, eventually, wouldn't you end up like Swiss cheese?
Yeah,
There's
it
holes
looks
all
like
over you.
anything. I've seen people with like the big dermals on their cheeks and shit, and it's just like, what happens when you take that shit out? You will have huge scars. So I never.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
I don't know. I just think they're,
Gross.
I can understand like women, like people, men and women putting dermals on their chests, or
I
I've
did. I
seen
had-
one that was like a tattoo.
I
She had a
two
tattoo on
here
her
and
chest,
one
and
here.
she accented it with, she accented it with dermals, and it was actually kind of cool because they were, they like brightened up the tattoo. They went into the tattoo, so that was
Yeah.
kind of cool. But I'm not interested in all that.
Not on the face. That's all. Dermals hurt. Like, I honestly, of all the piercings I've ever gotten, and they're small as fuck, but they have to like slip into the skin, and because there's no vacuum
Yes.
to it, they fucking hurt. Okay.
I bet.
Of all the shit I've had done to me, the dermals were the worst. I had, I think, 4 of them at one point. So that fucking hurt.
I just can't. It just creeps me out.
Linda says normal ear piercings and a helix. What's a helix?
Is that a name for a stationary?
Sounds painful.
And she would like a septum. Intellectual ICloset says, I plan on getting Trigus because they help with migraines. What's a Trigus? And I'm looking at Manda because I now know she's an expert.
I know that they use some dermals on the face for migraines, supposedly. I don't know if that's the same thing. Possible, but I don't know.
Sammy says, my older brother pierced my ear with a safety pin and a lemon when I was 12. And I got my eyebrow pierced professionally when I was 16.
Wait. So did you just have a lemon hanging from your ear?
No, you stick it behind so that when you put the pin through you, it goes into something and not your skull.
You know when we talk about the piercing conquers?
Yeah, usually you use potatoes. It's not too smart to use a lemon because it fucking hurts. And it's stupid.
No, I'm
And it can
sticking with my
fucking go
fanfic.
through. Right.
Lemon as an earring.
You're much better to go and have it done professionally because it costs.
Oh yeah,
That looked kind
I
of cool actually. If you had
I
like
did some of my
earrings.
own in my ear, but never on my body. So
That would look
I
kind of
just
cool
can't.
actually. If you had like earrings that were just a slice of lemon hanging from each ear.
it hurt.
I'm sure they're out there
No worse
somewhere.
than your TIE fighters, Amanda.
The TIE fighters are heavy as fuck, yo.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, they're really heavy. I'm not wearing them now. I love
Right.
them, but they're heavy.
Trainbeck says nose, nipples, and ears. And if he was a woman, he'd get his clit done.
I have a story about that actually. If you want to hear it,
Go on.
it's really
go.
You do, Amanda.
We're focused.
it's not about me. It's not about me. So I was sitting in
Still
the
focused.
shop. I was sitting in the
Oh, well,
tattoo
never mind.
shop
Go ahead.
because I have friends that are a couple artists and the piercer that I was telling you about. So this really young girl comes in with her older boyfriend. She like just turned 18 and she wants to get her clit done.
Mhm.
So they take her in the back and we're all standing in the front. We hear her scream. And so they leave. It turns out they leave on a fucking moped for one thing, so that had to hurt like fuck, by the way. But so my friend walks out and I'm like, damn, that must have hurt really bad. And he's like, that wasn't a pain scream. So
Oh. I've heard that can happen. I actually had it, man. An ex of mine had that piercing, and I made her take it out because I didn't. It was in the way. I didn't like it.
yeah, it gets in the way.
I told her if I wanted to mess with something hard, I'd go after a dude. Take that thing out.
Nice.
I don't
Train-
wanna mess with that.
Trainwreck says, I did my nose myself. Santi says, ears, tongue, and eyebrows. Right there. Trainwreck
Oh, there's
says,
a helicopter
I did
overhead. They found me.
They found you. There we go. The tragus is the little nub
Loud.
at the front of the opening in the ear. Oh, the little floppy bit
Oh, I
in the
have
middle.
that.
Oh,
I have that.
oh, the little thingy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
have it on one
I have
side.
heard that helps with migraines. There's some kind of nerve in
Okay.
there. Yeah.
I just put it in for fun, so.
Well, that probably explains why you weren't getting migraines, Amanda.
Do you get headaches?
I actually used to get migraines, and I don't anymore, so maybe it does help.
See?
It's
There
possible.
you go. Proof.
Or outright confirmation bias.
No, I haven't. I get them very rarely, so. Yeah. I wouldn't put my money on that.
So you need more piercings.
Yeah. I do need more piercings, to be honest with you. I'm gonna miss them. Now that you brought this shit up, thanks, Dave. Thanks a lot.
He does it deliberately.
And now you have a YouTube channel, you can get them done live.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's the tattoos I get an itching for, not the piercings.
Mm.
So. That's why I have so many.
Wait a minute.
of
What are
them.
you gonna have tattooed or pierced? Alive.
Well, actually, Angel and I are getting matching ones, but that we have to wait 2 years for that. 'Cause
Aw.
in a lot of states, you can take someone in when they're 16, like a parent can, but not in Georgia. They have to wait till they're 18. So.
You not go across state
Well, that's how I
lines.
did it with my daughter. I took her before she turned 18 and signed a waiver. It was like a month before.
And can you not
Yeah.
lie?
Yeah. Well, it'd be hard to do I have an artist that's a friend that's really fucking good, so I'd rather just stick with him instead of going across state lines because I know him and I know his work and I know he'll do.
Not take
fine
him across state
and
lines.
Yeah, and that-
Yeah,
and that
people
matters,
who don't
yes.
like research their artists are stupid. So, saying.
Yeah, the other reason that I don't have any tattoos is I have some friends who do, and some of them are great, and some of them just look like they've badly photoshopped them on.
Yeah.
And I kind of look at them and just kind of go, yeah.
That's why you need a good artist.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a logo for like a thing that they do, and I don't know. I don't think it's in a good place, and I don't think it's. Yeah.
Is it on their ass?
No, it's on forearm.
Oh, never mind.
Inside of the forearm, and it kind of curves around the side a bit, and it looks kind of. It looks kind of like, why did you put it there?
Mm.
Why did you put it there?
Apathetic empath put, I got nipple piercings, but the idiot did one through the nipple and one behind the nipple. Then I had a breast reduction, and they put one of my nipples back on sideways, so they really don't match now.
Right.
Wow.
Any sentence that
Someone
says they put my
going up and
nipples on
down.
sideways, it's just
Right.
weird.
Just one second.
What?
How
It
do you
was
put a
side to
nipple
side
on
to the
sideways?
surgeon.
How are you what?
How do you put a nipple on sideways?
Well, you kind of cut it off and then you twist it and put it back on differently.
The same
They-
way
they
you
don't
put it
come
on
with a
the
mark
the
to line
right
them.
way, just twist it.
He needed to use a Sharpie. Before they did anything, you
Put
need
an
to put a
arrow
Sharpie on.
It goes.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Sharpie, a line, and then when you rotate it until they line up.
Arrow is this way up.
I feel we might be underplaying how hard surgery is.
Come on, sideways.
Have you watched? Okay, completely unrelated to any of this. Have you watched a knee replacement surgery?
Oh God, yes. Oh fuck me.
They
Yeah.
are the most brutal thing you can imagine. They big fuck off hammers and saws, and they're just
No.
in there hammering and hammering. What?
Dave, hip replacements are worse.
God.
You reckon?
Yeah, no, I've seen both.
What
I can't remember. I've seen a hip replacement, but I can't remember.
Oh, hip replacements, yeah.
I saw the footage of the former motorcycle racer Barry Sheen having that fucking pin nailed into his leg, and that was like, oh, that grossed me the fuck out.
I should bring my things on camera. I've got my bars from my leg. They took out when I had the knee replacement. They took out the bars they'd used previously. I've got all the bars that used to be inside my knee. What's really weird is all the screws have a different thread. Oh, Apathetic Empath said, I did use a Sharpie. Need a better surgeon. Right, next question.
But how do you put nipples on sideways?
That's been a long ass question, that one.
Yes. And I still don't think we got to the depth of it. I think there is much more that could be explored there. Right. Question 466. As everybody knows, the ultimate answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42. What do you think the question is?
6 divided by 9.
Isn't it 6 times 9?
How can it be 6 divided by 9?
Because
No,
the
6
computer
times 9 is
didn't
53.
finish calculating what the question was.
Yeah?
What
I mean,
do
they
you
did.
get by 6 by 9?
7.
7.
42, yeah. 42 divided by 6.
That's
Why
not
not?
even a question.
Yes. 7.
Well, actually, the question is kind of self-explanatory. It's what's the answer to life, the universe, and everything.
What do you think?
Yeah.
How many
there you
digits
go.
is that down?
So Dave said, what is the 42? What is the question? That is the question, isn't it?
Mm.
Dan,
Yeah.
I just saw a picture that you put on Twitter.
Which one?
I thought, oh, lovely dolphins. Oh,
Did you see the picture that Osman added afterwards?
no, I'm not sure I want to.
It's just a video, but
Yeah, I saw the dolphins.
did you see the video that Osman added after? It's worse than the dolphins.
All right, back to the question.
Yes.
Moving on.
Moving on.
I think it's just going to be. I think the question is just what the fuck.
What the fuck?
What number comes between 41 and 43?
But what does it mean?
The answer to life, the universe, and
No!
everything.
It has to mean
Answer
something.
that is a fucking question.
How many states is Trump going to lose in the next election?
If fucking only.
I like that one.
Fucking only he'd lose that many states.
Apathetic Empath says, how much wood would a woodchuck wood if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood would a wood?
How much wood would woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? That's how you say it.
Well, I mean, in that line of thought, it could be how many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Roll lollipop.
Yes.
But the answer is molybdenum.
What?
I know the question.
Molybdenum is element 42, so that's the answer.
Ah.
How about the size of my waistline?
What?
What?
The size of my waistline. That's the.
No, Jen, what did you say?
Molybdenum.
Lithium?
No.
Isn't it a
molybdenum.
Is that?
42 is MO molybdenum.
Ah,
Is that how you say
I
it?
always forget. A chemistry
I
wasn't
learned
my
something
big.
today. Thank you, Manda.
I think the question is.
It's not something you're gonna remember ever, though.
Oh no, you
Fuck
don't know me.
knows
I'll
that
remember that shit.
molybdenum is an element, so Anyway,
MathPig, what was your answer? What was your question?
he asked if you were building yourself out of spare parts.
No, not MathPig. I was
Why
ignoring
did you say
MathPig.
MathPig then?
Did I say MathPig?
You said MathPig.
You see, this is why I need to not have things in my head, because I just say them. What I meant to say was Badger.
I'm not anything like MathPig.
You might be exactly like MathPig. We don't know.
Right.
Nope.
I think the question is, where the fuck are my socks?
I thought you found them yesterday.
No.
I found that sock.
That suck.
He found a sock. You didn't
How many-
say socks, plural.
So the question is, how many socks has Badger lost in the last year? 42.
That's quite a low number. MathPig says
6 months.
Socks.
MathPig says how many
Adjust
times?
accordingly.
Just according. How many times did Richard's aliens make the Earth? A different Earth, clearly.
It's difficult.
We don't know the answer to that.
It's difficult to fit badger feet to get socks that fit badger feet.
I know. I would imagine
Right.
I've seen your hands. Firstly,
MathPig,
Orla must be very happy, and secondly, how the hell you get gloves for those hands, I don't know.
by the way, MathPig said he's living rent-free in your head, Dave.
Yes.
All have got hairballs.
Sammy says what?
Clean after MathPig,
Living
Dave.
rent free.
He paid the deposit. Sammy says, what is the average age of human beings throughout history up to now?
Okay, maybe, I don't know.
It's not a meaningful number, that one. Here's a question.
Maybe
is
like
the end.
500 years ago.
But the whole point of that whole thing is supposed to be it doesn't really make sense, though, the 42 thing, you know, so...
MathPig says, you can move in too, Momma Atheist. He forgets there's loads of room. Why are you inviting someone to live in my head?
Hey, Dave, you gotta admit. No, wait. I'm kind of already in there, though, right?
I'm pretty sure I'm in there.
Annoyingly so.
Oh, poor Dave.
I just worry about which part of the head I might be living in. That's the...
I'm pretty certain I'm in there as well, Dave.
Absolutely.
What happens when you think of Disney?
What happens when I think of Disney?
Dave,
I think of The Incredibles.
Yeah, and then you think Badger's gonna fucking shout at me.
And I really don't.
Dave,
I've
just
literally,
know,
my mind
every
has now
time you've
blanked
had-
out.
Dave, you
Every
don't
time
speak
you've
those
ever had a
brilliant
headache,
Star Wars movies.
Badger has been there.
You have literally... Badger, here's the thing. You have managed to reduce my interest in Star Wars to the point where I now kind of just switch off.
Fuck me.
Yeah, do you know what Ken Hovon's answer to this question would be?
God.
How many days
Oh,
was
God.
Noah and his family actually on the Ark?
Yeah, see, I reckon they must have lived on the Ark before it floated. I think as soon as there was a roof, they moved in.
Well, if you're gonna build a fucking massive boat that's
Exactly.
just in the land, you're gonna live in it.
Exactly.
Oh,
He
wow.
probably used most of his house to build it, but you can't just go around
Well,
cutting
well,
that shit
well,
down by hand.
Wow, how many times have you seen a dog turn into a non-dog? It needs to happen at least 42 times for it to be scientifically valid.
Makes sense.
I don't know how
Okay.
he gave him permission to build it, to be quite honest.
You didn't need permission. Oh, I'm going to kill IQ. Right.
Kind of fucking
Oh
awesome.
no.
Do you know what? And the worst thing is I haven't done the thing in my thing so I can show that. I'd have to read it.
I like it, cool. It's two countries thing. Yeah.
Yes, that's my issue. II says, how many chromosomes does a god have? 42. MathPig says she's up the hall. We're playing on knocking down a wall, open up the living room. Oh.
In your
Okay.
head, I'm assuming.
Well, I'm not. No, I think he's talking about now. In his living room.
No.
No?
Just Elena wants to say hi, so.
Elena wants to say, "Hi, Elena." My hand. Where's my hand? There. I'm now imagining. Well, she's sat there waving. I says, "What if we're all just delusions in Dave's head?" Answer 42. That seems to work. I am not reading IQ's answer. I've decided.
It
Come
could
on,
be
no,
wrong.
no,
anyway.
no. You've got to read that out. Just so Jen can check the maths.
Sure,
You know.
Jen, read it out.
No, I'm
Jen.
not.
I'll give it a fucking go if you want.
Go on then.
Go on.
Right.
Open brackets. Negative 8 0 5 3 8 7 3 8 8 1 2 0 7 5 9 7 4 close brackets 3 plus 8 0 4 3 5 7 5 8 1 4 5 8 1 7 5 1 5 3 plus 1 2 6 0 2 1 2 3 2 9 7 3 3 5 6 3 1 3 equals 42.
Welcome to the Critical Cripple number station.
Oh, I don't think we're going to get a better answer than that today.
No, I think you're probably right.
And the worst part about it is jacket.
Cash just said from the other side of the room. Cash just said from the other side of the room. That's number wang.
Where's Manda gone now?
Oh, that's where Manda went.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh!
You want to say hello?
Hello.
Hi,
Mandy.
Pork Papa.
Hello.
Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Mandy seems to have picked up an
Hi.
Irish
Who's your daddy? Can you say your daddy's MathPig?
My pig. Bye.
Okay, right. No, say bye-bye to everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Hi.
Manda suddenly sounds like she's got an
Hi.
Irish accent.
And no hair.
And she lost like 40 years of time or something.
Yeah,
So
what
much
happened to
better.
Manda suddenly picked up an Irish accent from somewhere.
Do you think she's coming back, or do you think she's run away for good? Can I
We
come
shall
up with
find
another
out.
embarrassing question to ask?
I can read some more.
I would totally ditch you guys if I could play with MathPig's daughter on a video. She's adorable. So I would go if I was her. I'm just saying.
I'll read more numbers if you want.
No. There we go.
No. We're good. Thank you, honey.
40 years? How the
What?
fuck old do you think I am?
What's that in response to?
38?
38-ish? 42-ish? Somewhere in there?
Manda,
Less than 40, okay? How about
You're
that?
23, aren't you?
You what?
Manda, I'm 40. You can't be 40.
Yeah, I'm not 40.
I was
I'm
gonna
not
say,
40, is what I'm
I'm
saying.
gonna say I'm 40. There's no way you
Oh.
could be.
Anyway.
She's 23.
You know what was
I am.
You know
which
what
is
was
really
weird,
fucked up
Amanda?
because I have a 16-year-old, so.
You know what was weird? You know how you and I were DMing each other yesterday?
Mhm.
I was watching Lavender Lady, and out of nowhere, Bionic Dance mentioned you and your age. Out of nowhere. I was like,
What
that?
I was surprised that
That
she was
was-
older than me, though.
Mm.
I didn't. I
Yeah,
just
she's like
was.
42
Kate is older
or
than most of
something.
us.
I,
Yeah, she's only a couple of
I
years
said
younger
I
than
thought-
me.
Yeah.
Kate is.
I said I thought you were
Just-
like 40 or
just look
42,
at it.
but I was only guessing. I didn't really know.
Kate
Look,
doesn't look
sorry.
at all.
Fucking hurts, Beth. Oh my god.
Wait.
Right.
Let me clarify. I was going off of the intelligence level, not the looks.
Okay. Well then, thank you, I guess.
Okay,
See-
because most people in their early 30s have their head up their ass still. I had no idea.
Yeah.
So-
I'm not. Yeah.
This is the problem. I fail on both counts.
Alright, Quandary's equation is wrong.
She just did it. She did the math.
So Jen, what
that's
is the proper equation? Come on.
I'm not going to figure out what it would have to be for it to be
Yeah,
right.
correct it, and I'll read it out.
No!
No.
No. Quick, Dave, move on.
We're going to the next question. Oh, apparently the last three in the answer was supposed to be cubes.
Let's ignore that and just move the.
We are. There's already been too much of a gap, so I'm not going to cut the question. So, right, next question. Second to last question. Question 467. Would you rather be a monkey the size of a 3-story building or the size of a cream egg?
Oh fuck! Come on, that's an easy answer. It'd be like King Kong or a fucking.
You know what
cream
happened to
egg.
King Kong?
Yeah, but he did some fucking damage before he, you know.
Yeah, but if you
So what-
small
Well, but I think if you were the size of a cream egg, like everybody would be like, "Oh," and your life would be so easy because everybody,
They'd stand
would
on
take
you.
care of you.
it wouldn't be very long though.
Wouldn't be so much.
Very long.
Wouldn't be
What
so
do
much
people
fun
think
being
of frogs?
shit at people.
Frogs?
Mm.
Bomb, 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 bomb,
Dave?
bomb, bomb.
Yes.
All right.
What did you say?
What do people think of frogs? Because they're
Yeah,
about the
frogs.
same.
That's what I thought. My son. Okay, so there's this toad.
Hey, Dave, we will not
Comes
have any racism against the French on this stream. Thank you very much.
Go on,
I
Manda.
want to hear about Amanda's toad.
Toad.
Her
That
toes.
comes and sits on our front porch every night. So when Angel takes the dog out, he goes and like takes funny pictures with him. And his name is TOE''D. Toad.
Wait, how did you get his name? Can he talk?
That Angel did it, and that was Angel. Angel made that up.
So
Yeah.
you named a toad Toad.
Yes, but spelled differently.
That's spelled differently.
Cool toad.
It should at least be Toad of Toad Hall.
Well, then she'd have to rename her house.
So, yeah. So my answer would be I want to be little because not only is the best answer, but also you could get into like anywhere you wanted to.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with the
Yeah,
pre-mentalized monkey because then just going like from bedroom to the kitchen would be a massive fucking adventure every time, and it'd be like the whole thing. I'd be like, I'm just gonna go get a cup of tea. See you in 3 weeks.
Can you imagine walking down the street, just walking a block, as a 3-story, a 3-story monkey?
Yeah, it'd be one step.
And
would
then
just-
you get shot.
Then you get shot.
One step and then you get shot.
Yeah, but I would at least like climb the Empire State Building and try and sing "Quick King of the Swingers" before I got shot.
Now I'm the king of the
And the
swingers.
Swingers, jungle VIP.
So,
I want to
so,
walk like you.
so
So
Jeff,
tight.
you'd be fine going down in a blaze of glory from atop the Empire State Building. And I will just have a nice, I'll have an epic adventure going from one room to another and climbing.
Being
up.
carried off by a not that large bird and fed to its young.
No,
or
because
eaten by by
I
the
still have opposable thumbs, so I will ride the bird.
You'll ride the bird.
Yes.
To be fair, there's more dignity in being killed by the US Air Force or whatever than there is by like your neighbour's cat.
Yes.
Yes. So I will then ride the bird, and then I will befriend the bird, and then we'll be buddies, and the bird will come around for tea.
Why on earth do you think you'd be able to befriend it? They don't understand English.
You've
don't
got to
understand
understand
English.
that the badgers comes from the world Wind in the Willows, and they do.
How do you know monkeys can't speak bird? I'm just saying. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They can sign.
Just if I'm like King Kong kind of size, I just am picturing the amount of shit I could fling at people.
Oh God.
The neighbour's cats can still fuck off though.
Little's still better.
Little's still better. So is everyone going to go little?
No.
Apart from Jeff, yeah.
Except for Jeff.
Apart from Jeff.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm in the minority, but you're all wrong.
You can also crush them all. You can literally eat
Yeah.
them as peanuts. They're
Fucking
peanuts
right.
to you.
If you're 3 stories high, you're not even going to be able to see me.
Oh,
So you
I'd
ants,
step on
you
you.
just crush.
Well, I'd step on you. You wouldn't even fucking. I wouldn't even notice. So.
You'd have to pick us out from between your toes.
Yeah.
You're only going to make it like 2 steps before the Air Force nukes you.
I mean, make it a bit
Moving
further
on.
than that. I mean,
The check
you're
got-
talking about the military here. They're pretty, they take a while to react. The cops might get there first.
The cocks.
Yeah, them too.
Yeah.
Math- math-
Yeah,
Other
but
than the real
it's gonna
dicks,
take-
like,
it's gonna take them a while. It's gonna take them a while to react because let's be honest, the first report that they're gonna get a giant monkey is terrorizing the city, they're gonna be like, yeah, whatever, fucking, go back to whatever the fuck you're smoking.
Do you actually need to terrorize the city though, or is that
No.
just an innate thing that you've got to do?
No, you don't have to terrorize the city. You can
Don't
go and
have
have tea.
You don't have to, but it would be a lot of
you
fun.
can.
too.
You don't have to, but you would, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you're gonna get killed either way as in this scenario, but I'd sooner be like killed by like a US like airstrike or whatever than I would by a fucking seagull.
The only reason I would ever be the big monkey is just so I can jump up and down top of the White House.
Yeah.
Smash it
Or
flat.
Trump.
Yeah, the White House, right.
No idea.
I think I'll go for the... Morton's going for the cream egg.
Can we dictate what kind of monkey we are in this as well? Or?
No.
Oh my god, don't get so deep into it.
Oh, come on.
Can't pick
What
a
sort of monkey do you want to be?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Probably a capuchin or something.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, I mean, technically, if we can follow genetically, apes are kind of our monkeys as well. So,
I want no.
I could argue like Barbary ape on that basis, but
You can all keep your bloody monkeys.
No.
could I be Jut Monk the drunk monkey off the shelves?
No.
I don't know. I don't think you insult people enough to that.
Oi, fucking oi, wank spanners.
Right. I think we shall go to the last question.
Saw that video, by the way, Jam.
You saw the other picture.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad, isn't it, Badger?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I can't believe he posted that. Mine was pretty mild in comparison.
The worst thing is, only 3 people are going to get this question. I think.
Okay.
And you all need to shut up until the end of it. The 3 people that are going to get it.
Alright.
Question 468. Would you prefer to listen to Vogue on Poetry or an album by Olivia Newton-John?
Ooh.
I have no idea what the first one is, but given how much I detest Olivia Newton-John, I'm going to say the first one.
Vogue on Poetry. The worst poet, or the second worst poetry. Third. I'm going to get this wrong now.
I
Third
will
worst
take-
poetry in the universe.
I will fucking take the chance. I will fucking take the chance just because I know how shit Olivia Newton-John is.
Jen.
I don't even know which one Olivia Newton-John is. Hang on, let me look this up.
It's in Greece. In Greece, you know.
She's Australian, so I'm not going to diss on her.
I am for fucking Xanadu alone.
Oh,
Xanadu, what's wrong with Olivia Newton-John?
What's wrong with
Things
Olivia
are-
Newton-John? Do you not get the quote?
I don't get a quote, but like what I know of Olivia, everything I've heard of Olivia Newton-John makes me want to fucking crawl up into a fetal position anytime she's on the fucking radio. I'll go this far. I will almost be willing to listen to fucking Nickelback over Olivia Newton-John, and that says a lot.
MathPig says Elton John did Vogue on poetry. Morton says Vogue on poetry anytime, all the time, yo.
I think, yeah. I think I will avoid the Vogue on poetry.
Do you think you'll go? Come back to that in a minute. Manda.
I agree.
I would have to go with. I mean, Olivia Newton-John sucks, but I can't fucking take the Bowman poetry. No, I just can't. So
You can't take the.
This is not going the way you thought it would, is it, Dave?
I was hoping someone would get the quote.
Can I just like stick with like Scandinavian black metal as an option, Dave? You know.
No. Everyone should have selected Vogue on poetry.
okay.
I'm not even familiar with the Vogue on poetry, but I'm just going on the basis of my dislike for Olivia Newton-John here. So,
Well, the point is, it's a reference from Holly, because there is nothing worse than an album by Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bieber, fucking Britney Spears. I could go on.
Yeah, Red Dwarf was written before all of these.
I'd say I didn't get them, but I did have a T-shirt from that was made by a metal band that I follow. I've got rid of it now, but on the back it said "Lady Gaga must be destroyed."
What's wrong with Lady Gaga?
Nothing.
Aside from wearing
Badger, Lady Gaga is to music what Disney is to Star Wars.
Oh,
no, I think that's unfair to Lady Gaga.
That's a very,
that's not fair.
strong condemnation there, so I'm going to need some evidence for this. But
Not now, you're not. Not now, you're not.
Go and watch Poker Face.
shut the fuck up, Jen.
Right.
Manda gets it.
Yeah,
By the
she
way-
has a nice voice, I'll give her that, but her music is fucking garbage.
By the way, does anyone know how to piss off Lady Gaga?
How?
You poker face.
That's terrible.
I so saw that coming.
That's the worst than the dad joke I told about NASA and Chris's joke chat.
I like that one.
Badger, I thought you were going to say you stand on her head, but
Intellectual Iconoclasm says Vogue on poetry and pretend to have a bout of IBS and excuse myself. Sammy says, wouldn't it be COVID poetry? It's terrible.
No.
Jones says, I think Vogue on suit me. Morton says, Nickelback is way worse than Vogue on poetry. But are they worse than Olivia Newton-John? What?
No.
even
No,
within...
Nickelback, I have to grudgingly admit, did one good record. I have to grudgingly admit that because I fucking hate that band. But
I'd say they've done maybe two.
well, I don't know what the second one is, but
I don't know what your first one is either.
How you remind me?
Burn it to the ground is the only one of their song that there's.
that sounds like a good description of what to do, though.
Yeah.
Yes, I need to say goodbye. Sorry, I got distracted by the cat.
You two realize I'm gonna have to go like on a 2-hour binge of fucking baffling
Nickelback
now.
Nickelback.
No, I'm gonna have to go on a 2-hour fucking binge of like Baffery and Cannibal Corpse after.
No,
this
you have to
stream.
go and listen to an album by Olivia Newton-John just to demonstrate.
Let's get physical. Physical. Let's
Baffery.
get physical. Let me
Hold on.
body
Can we go now, please?
We can.
Hold on. Be like, no. One word for a lot of you. Slayer!
Who is Slayer? What is Slayer? Buffy!
Oh my god.
I want to talk
Wait,
Buffy.
wait,
We do Buffy.
yes, but wait, Dave, you have no right to judge anybody's music preference, and you know what I'm talking about.
Why? What did he do?
I would do anything for you, Badger.
That he put Meatloaf in his top 4 albums, 4 or 5.
Hey,
Yeah,
what's
that-
wrong with
they-
Meatloaf?
Oh dear. What do I associate
Meatloaf-
with people?
Okay.
Why do I associate with
Meatloaf
people?
is not the worst, you know, but
It's not
I don't know
the
about the
best
top
either,
five.
though.
You require
Yeah, that's
gravy,
what I'm saying.
but
You
it's
don't
quite
put it
nice,
top
Meatloaf.
5.
Right.
And he
Wait a
talked
minute.
shit about
Let-
Nirvana, but he loves Meatloaf. Just saying.
Yeah.
See, my musical taste is a bit odd. I think my favourite song is the Heavy's Pizza song by the Living Tombstone. So I can't really comment on people's musical
I
taste.
should show you what my current playlist is. You wouldn't like it. It's mostly Europop.
Oh dear.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I like that. Morton says, I would, however, listen to Dave doing ASMR reading of Olivia Newton-John lyrics over Vogue on Poetry. Very good. Right,
That
I'm going to
was-
say
no.
thank you very much to Beth. Thank you very much to Badger. Thank you very much to Jeff. Thank you very much
Oi.
to Amanda. And thank you very much to Jeb. Thank you very much to MathPig, because he popped on. And thank you very much to Elaine. And all the links will be in the doobly-doo, which you can't see my hand, so me pointing down is completely pointless. Yeah, you all point down, that works. You can see your hands.
Dave.
But I've got to put them up to be able to see them. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. I can't talk. Thank you very much to everyone in the chat, and we will see you tomorrow. We will be late again tomorrow, and I'm not even sure what how late will be tomorrow, because I have got to go and do something dodgy.
That's a good description for it.
Okay.
Well, it's not dodgy, it's just dodgy for me, because I'm a fucking cripple.
I know, sweetheart.
So,
But
but there should be a show.
For Dave.
Thank you. There should be a show, but it'll be late. And other than that, we'll see you soon. Thank you very much for coming. Bye.
Bye.
Right.
Peace out,
Hello.
everybody.